are set up and we are ready to go.
It was a bit of a flop the first time, but it looks like right now we are actually going to be able to have our scrimmage games. Our skirmish is going to happen. It's going to be fun. Both these teams are going to have a great time. They're going to be doing really good, or I hope they do really good, and I hope they learn a lot for this.
I hope so too. That's, like you said, the whole point of this cup and these skirmishes and the coaches and everything else is to make everyone better at the game. And when everyone's better at the game, you feel like you have more fun. You know, everyone enjoys winning.
And let's not forget, is there a prize for this one? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think the prize is just your skill level.
The prize is you have fun. The prize is you have fun.
There we go.
Yeah. Prepare for trouble.
And let the trash talking begin in the chat here. It looks like.
All right. It looks like we are all getting ready to go. It's gonna be, and we are off. This is gonna be a King's Row escort game. Let's look and see what our teams are gonna be consisting of. Right off the bat, blue team is picking up a Reinhardt Roadhog for a couple tanks. Got a soldier for that necessary DPS. And then they're going to be getting a Mercy Zen for some good old healing. And then last player is going to be Zarya. Roadhog switched out to Genji. Not quite sure what these finalized teams are going to be, but we shall see.
Yeah, almost close to mirror images so far, it looks like. Not seeing much difference in either team squad. It may just be two mirror squads depending on the last selection for both teams here.
If this last blue team member decides to choose to be a Genji, we are going to have the same exact team comp. Nope, never mind. We got a Widowmaker on red team now.
Yeah, the old Widowmaker. This is pretty common, isn't it? Just to start off this map where, you know, Widow will be sitting at the top and hopefully get a pick before they get to the point, especially knowing that their time to get back to the point, their walk distance is much longer on this defensive part than theirs. So that one pick could mean a huge difference when taking that first point.
Absolutely. If they get that one pick off, they should be able to walk right in and gun down the rest of the team. Especially if they can take out that soldier, which it looks like that our friendly Widow here is aiming for. Alrighty, let's see what happens here.
Alright, and let the
Widow's
match
taking a little bit of
begin.
damage, letting soldier aggro her. Hasn't done anything major yet. Up at the front lines, we're going to see a lot of Roadhog over here trying to take down the blue team's Reinhardt shield. Reinhardt's shield
Both
is
shields
down.
Oh, Reinhardt to get hooked, and he's going to get his shield back up before the Roadhog can finish him off. So the Reinhardt on attack here just barely got away with his life on that one. He'll get healed up by the Mercy. Looks like just both teams poking back and forth at each other, trying to get that first pick. Oh, there's Roadhog gets the pick on the Zenyatta.
This
sorry, with the Zenyatta, the Genji.
6-shot no kill is desperately down on people, but they are running in anyways, trying to get that point. Let's see what happens here. They are pushing Team Blackwatch off the point.
It is.
Blackwatch is making a comeback.
Yep, looks like Soldier's going to hang out in the back and try to take out this Reinhardt who's forced to retreat. It is not looking good right now for Team Blackwatch. Let's see if, with the Widowmaker especially, trying to aim at that Soldier in the back right here.
It's quite interesting. They've broken the choke, but they aren't taking full advantage to move forward. Genji's getting in the back line, but he's not doing enough for it to really matter.
Yep, that is true. And looks like they're going to force, right, 6 shots, no kills, Reinhardt to back up. Looks like the damage here is just not getting through quite yet. The Genji, like you said, wasn't able to get another pick here, keep momentum going as they were pushing. So falling back here actually wasn't too bad of an idea.
Yeah, Blackwatch Widow is sitting up at the top trying to get a couple of nice picks, probably looking to get some of those healers out of the game. There's a Winston on 6-shot no kills now, heading for that Widow, but missed the jump into the window. We got 4 people on point, but...
Yep, and looks like 6 shots, no kills. Winston's going to try to take out the Soldier, does get him, so that's one pick there.
We got a Zenyatta ult pushing onto the point. And they are capping this point. They're up above 30% right now. If they leave, they still have permanent damage. They are keeping this up. They are staying on the point. They're not giving this up easily. That's a
And there
nice
goes down.
Earth Shatter right there.
Very nice Earth Shatter down. Oh,
And an
with the Mercy
amazing res.
Looks like Blackwatch may hold it. Then the Zenyatta comes in. Looks like they're going to hold it because of that res. Oh, that was clutch.
Bit of an
And Winston's
unnecessary
kind of isolated.
Zenyatta ult, but it's good. It's better to spend an ult and secure the point than to save it for later but end up dying.
You make a good point there. You know, you don't want to take any chances, especially if you can stop their momentum on this first point. They have to reset, and that takes a lot of time. It's only a minute 5 left for them to take this point. Time is becoming an issue. They may only have maybe 2 team fights left, maybe even 1 after this one.
Well, they have Team 6-Shot has ult advantage right now, but their Mercy is down.
That's
Team-
gonna really hurt this push. The Winston
Got a
ult's gonna happen
Winston
for
ult.
6 shots.
If
It's
that
gonna maybe
Winston can
isolate-
capitalize, he can't. He's in a bad spot, and he is going straight down. Not going to be doing much for his team.
There goes, yep, the Roadhog taking out the Genji, and now they're down to one last push. There is not much time at all. They're gonna have to hurry this. They don't really have the, well, they do have the Dragon Blade and the Whole Hog along with the rest, so they've got to go.
They are pretty
Okay.
close on getting that Zenyatta ult up on Team 6-Shot. If they can,
There
they
you
can
go, the
handle that.
Dragon
They can
Blade.
get a great push in. Genji
Oh,
is
the
down, but they're
He's down, and then the Zarya Graviton. Oh, all the ults are coming out here.
but the team is not getting on the point, not capitalizing on that much needed time. And it is not going to look good if they can't get on that point and capitalize on it. Nope, they keep backing off, not doing enough.
There's the
Genji
Mercy
is
res.
trying his hardest for his team. They have a Tracer now who's running in, just trying to touch the point, do a little bit of damage. But that Zarya is super charged up, and it's not going to
Yeah.
be fair for this Genji here. Mercy was the last one down, and it looks like they're going to hold this at 52.8%.
Wow, that was a great hold by Blackwatch there. Do you think there's anything differently that 6-Shots could have done to try to push that point? Was that a point where they needed to change characters, or
I don't think that changing characters is necessary always the end-all be-all. I believe that you should always choose something that you're comfortable with, you know how to play. And these people looked like they were doing that, but the problem was they had a lot of time that they could have capitalized on space, and they just didn't jump in to do that. They spent a lot of time falling back, sitting behind red shields, and playing it safe when only 1 or 2 people went ahead. Those 1 or 2 people got outnumbered too easily and weren't able to capitalize on it.
Yep, and that can definitely be a problem. Man. When you're trying to capture that first point, you can't trickle in. It's the age-old sin in Overwatch. You can't trickle in to those team fights, or you'll just get taken out. And as you said, they couldn't push the point, and it ended up costing them. So they're only up to 52.8% on this first point. So it's not a hard task. It's very doable here with 4 minutes. And it's also good knowing exactly what you have to get, so they could plan around that with their team comp.
Absolutely. I think it's fair to say that Blackwatch has the upper hand here, being the second team to attack. And right now 6-Shot's going to have a pretty hard time trying to hold it up, but they do have a pretty solid holding comp. They got that Mei in there ready to put up a ton of walls and freeze people and stall the point as much as possible. But there does seem to be has a name playing his Widowmaker, which he did pretty decent with on that first round. We'll see if he can. Oh, look, he's waving. We'll see if he can. Do enough damage to make it count.
Yeah, just because you headshot people from the tower doesn't mean you can't be friendly. Just give 'em a little
Absolutely
wave
not.
first.
Listen, I'm sure that even the world's greatest contract killers put on a smile every once in a while.
There you go.
All right, everybody's attracted by Widow. She can't really take a shot off, but it does look like... Oh, wow, Soldier is down. That was a quick kill. This team can very quickly... They got 2 kills down. They lost their Ryan, but they still have advantage here. They keeping the advantage. 3 down on Team 6-Shot, no kill,
Yeah,
while they
this
only have
Reaper.
1. Oh, they lost their Mercy. Ryan is not getting on the point. Ryan's off the point. They are capping this. It looks like they have just dominated. They knew what they were doing. They went for it, and they did it. And they have just about taken it over. And it's done just like that.
Wow, that was That was pretty impressive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they had enough damage on defense to be able to hold that. I mean, you had the May and the Soldier, but they couldn't dish out enough damage to kill anyone before they took the point. So
It looks like they are having some technical troubles. They're going to try to be resetting routers and all of that stuff. It's going to be quite interesting. Here's our play of the game from our Soldier 76. See what he can do here. Got one nice Rhine kill here and does a ton of damage to that.
he
Does
does
tons
a
of
lot
damage
of
to that
damage on
hog.
both of those tanks. Yeah, that was a big deal.
Epic. Excellent.
I'm gonna see if I can. Let me see if I'm saying this right. Eok the Plebeian says he's on team 6 shots no kill and someone's subbing for him. I believe that is correct. There's been a lot of issues with people being subbed or getting everybody into the game. So we're just happy that everybody can practice and learn and everything.
Right, exactly. And even sometimes too, if you know someone's going to be a sub, sometimes it's better that, I don't know how much you people have played together already, but it's good if you have a sub that can just fill in with, I guess, the main roster. So if they do have to come in again, you know how they play, you know what they like to play, what they like to do, how they like to flank, and that can be important.
Absolutely.
If they need to sub again.
And it could be the difference between winning and losing if you know how your team plays and what their style is. And so even you watching a video of your team play, it could be the difference between you winning and losing in the actual tournament when it starts up tomorrow. So, and we'll see how that all ends up going.
Right, and this is why we're doing these scrims, in the first place. This is the perfect time to do it. If anything, bring in the subs if you can. Try different strategies, and of course, have fun while you're at it. But you can maybe find something that you really like or that your team is really good at, and bring that into the tournament.
Absolutely. And it looks like Team 6 Shot No Kill is going to be picking the next map. Not quite sure how it's going to end up, but we shall see.
Yes, I wonder. I would assume that, especially in a scrim, you want to have a variety of maps. So maybe just a full escort map, and then next one, I guess a full assault map, a 2CP map, just to see how you fare on each one would be something I would think they would do. But obviously, it's up to the two teams to decide.
Absolutely. We've seen this map that was a pretty hard. If the team can get a hard hold in a single point, or in a hybrid, or a 2-point capture point, it can be really rough for the other team. But in game and in an escort or a King of the Hill match, it's going to be very different, because once some teams can get some momentum going, it can be really hard to turn it off.
It can be, absolutely, and it takes a pretty big play by the defending team when that can become the case, because snowballing can happen very quickly in this game. Of those of us who have played it, and it can be really frustrating. And even for the team that's defending, if they are getting snowballed, it's good practice for them to realize how to regroup, with their team, and see what they need to switch to or what strategy they need to take to stop it. So Route 66 would be a good practice for that.
Absolutely. To answer your question, your team has lost the first round, but it's not over yet, and they're getting ready for the next one. So it looks like that first game on Kings Road didn't do too hot, but turning up the heat by moving over to Route 66 out in the middle of the desert. So there could be a drastic change. If they can get some momentum going in the early game, they could be able to take it pretty hard. Yep,
and I'm actually anxious to see. We had a Widowmaker on each team, and this is I personally like to play Widowmaker on this map. I'm actually not a Widowmaker main, but I do like playing as her, and I think she can do really well in this map, at least in the early stages. And even in the later stages, when you get to that second checkpoint, it can be really interesting if you have a good Widow on your team, and she can take out some key targets. So I'm slightly hoping that the Widow comes out again and someone sticks with her.
Absolutely. This map has a lot of verticality, believe it or not. It does seem really flat, but there's a lot of upper walkways and upper buildings and roofs and everything. And this could be, you taking advantage of that could be make or break for either one of those teams. All right.
Yep, getting the high ground, yes, is very important in this map. You're absolutely right. Especially as you get through after the first checkpoint. And even I know a lot of teams like to set up on top of the gas station and just give up that first, I don't know, is it 50 or 60 meters for the cart to round that corner? They'll give that up just to have the high ground of the gas station. So
And that high ground can do a lot of work, but main thing you need to watch out for here is there's so many archways and places for teams to just drop down on you from.
yeah, especially just my personal hatred, that Roadhog who will sneak through the archway and pick a team member off, pick one of your healers off. That is the worst. So you definitely have to have someone watching those archways. You're absolutely right.
Yes. To answer your question, there was not a Genji on your team. However, there was a Genji on your team. He didn't seem to be doing enough work to make it matter. But his team wasn't fully backing him up. All right, looking at our offensive team, we got an Orisa, and instead of a Reinhardt. That's a pretty unorthodox pick. We got our Roadhog. We got our favorite Genji with his Oni skin on. We got Reaper, it looks like now. Got a Mei. Looks like they have no healers on their team, but are just doing pretty hard. Oh, looks like they switched to a couple of them.
Yep, they have put a couple on there. There's not a lot of range on Team Blackwatch right now. This is gonna be curious to me that Soldier and Farah for 6 shots may be able to do some decent damage because I don't see them being able to be reached by this Genji and Reaper. But we shall see.
Doesn't really matter at this point. They don't need that much range because as long as they can capitalize on the drop, they can do enough damage to their team, they can absolutely ruin it. Reaper,
Yeah,
already
you make
down.
a good point. Yep, there goes Reaper. And looks like Farah's already giving them some trouble back here. The Reinhardt's gonna have to fall back, as is Roadhog.
Yep. 6 shots, no kill is doing a great job. I gotta change layers because I'm dumb. There we go. Gotta switch them all out. Thanks, Red.
That's right.
I'm working on the stream stuff. 6 shot, no kills, doing a great job of holding this point. Roadhog is on fire, just wrecking it right now. It is
And he's almost
unreal.
at ult. He is almost. Roadhog and Farah are about to have their ults very early after the first team fight. So I really don't see Team Blackwatch getting very far if this barrage can hit pretty well. But we shall see if they can. Maybe that Soldier can get that Farah down. They can keep pushing.
Absolutely. Last game, Team 6 shot, no kill didn't do too hot, but it looks like they are hard holding right now. They are more than making up for it last round.
And you mentioned it before too. That high ground, they are sticking up there, and they will not come down. That Reinhardt is trying to stay up there as long as he can.
Looks like he's dropping down, but he is defending that point with all his honor that he has. That's a nice res from the Mercy there. Doesn't look like it's gonna do.
Oh, what an earth shatter!
Oh
here.
wow!
And it looks like 6 shots is gonna have the momentum, and they may get to the first checkpoint. It looks like we got quite the team fight here.
Blackwatch,
like
Blackwatch is pushing that point pretty hard right now. They got all their team on there, and they are making it to the end.
And it's interesting too. I believe 6 shots did have the ult advantage for a while. Farah still hasn't used her ult, so I'm not sure if they just want to save it and didn't want to fight for it on that push. But we'll find out here. We also now have a nano boost available from Ana, so we shall see what 6 shots decides to do with their ults here.
We have a Widowmaker who's just looks like she's gonna be sneaking around the right side trying to take out. Oh, is that a healer that is completely unaware? Absolutely it is. Let's see if she can get the shot, or if the healer is just conveniently in the right spot. Nope, healer conveniently made it out every single time. Blackwatch is still pushing, uncontested. It looks like they have the momentum to push. This tack visor doesn't look like it's going to be able to do much with that counter ult right there. But we're going to see how it ends up going.
So it looks like we're a little bit of stalemate here on the cart. Oh, looks like 6 shots is going to have to fall back here. It's just Soldier and Lucio. Here comes Roadhog coming down. He better not get too close here. And it looks like he did, and he's going to go down.
They are
another
doing the damage that
Earth Shatter.
matters. Soldier's missing a
And
couple
he
shots there. Oh, he went in low health to try to get his ult off, but he wasn't able to do anything with it. That's an ult cost for him. His team is down ults, and they are not doing too well. We got a player left the game. Let's see if we can get a pause.
Let's go ahead and if we can get a pause there. Looks like someone did disconnect. It is 6v5 right now. I'm honestly not sure who the spectator leader is.
I'm controlling camera.
Okay, so it looks like that. I believe it's Hoto is the leader, so I believe he's the only one that can pause it.
Absolutely. There we go. There's our pause.
All right, so we did have a disconnect here. So in the meantime, this may be the best thing possible to happen for six shots here, I believe. That's
absolutely.
Right,
they can have some time to sit down and reevaluate what they are doing, and they can get their team to figure it all out. Once they do that.
Any suggestions you have for him?
Their
getting
team
rolled a little bit here.
Once Blackwatch picked up some momentum, they just started pushing really hard. And once a single person came out, their whole team was able to jump in and just take them all out. My advice for Team Six Shot's going to be is play a little more safe. Try to fall back a little bit more. Know when you can't control the area and fall back to a place where you can. Also, make sure you keep your group together, and communication is key. That's going to be the difference between people that are playing in gold and people that are playing in diamond. A lot of the times those people have the same exact mechanical skills, but if there's no communication and no teamwork going on, they're not going to be doing much that's going to matter.
Yep, you hit the nail on the head. You can have all the aim and aim skill in the world, but if you can't communicate with your teammates what you're doing and where you're going, you'll just end up dying. Overwatch is not one of those games where you can't carry 1v6. That's not how it works in this game. So communication is key. There's
only one character in this game that can play Call of Duty, and that's Soldier 76. Everybody else needs to actually work together, play together, and know what your role is and play that role well.
Yeah, and actually, I'm just not seeing too. I didn't know Six Shots switched to a 3-tank composition. Is that the right method here? Is that they have a D.Va, Reinhardt, and a Roadhog? Survivability.
It's a lot of survivability, but the thing is they're looking at it as we're not holding, we need more health, when a lot of the time the way you need to look at it is they're killing us, but we need to kill them first. We might need more damage. It's not necessarily you need to switch roles. It might mean you need to switch heroes. You need to switch, like, some maps. You can have the best Reaper in the world, but if he's getting shot down before he can make it to the enemy team, he's not going to be doing anything. He'll have to switch to a soldier or a widow or something long ranged. McCree would be great on this map as well. The thing is, the thought process that I think is going through the heads of Six Shot here is they are trying to get more health and more survivability up there so that they can just try to tank their way onto the point without dying.
Yep, and I think that's an interesting choice that they made there. But it looks like they're communicating with it and they're going to go with it. Blackwatch, I do see here, has that ult advantage with that Mercy res. They have both their defensive ults available. I don't see anyone from Blackwatch maybe even dying anytime soon with those two ults available. If they do, obviously they have the res, and then there's soldiers coming up on his ult, so that'll be 4. We also have the Roadhog on 6 shots though, so they'll have at least 2 for both their tanks. They have a chance to hold. I think they do have a chance to hold it here, but they're really going to have to, like you said, get the kills first. That's a big part. In the day, you need to wipe out their team before they get yours.
Absolutely.
And protect your damage.
Absolutely. And Plebeian, yes, somebody on Team Six Shot disconnected, and we are currently in the process of reconnecting them to the game, is why we have paused it and why we are riffing for so long. So it looks like there is a nice Earth Shatter ready to go on Team Six Shot, and if they can get that off in the right time, they might just be able to take the rest of it. But they might be able to hold out because they only have 3.5 minutes. It's not a 7-minute timer on them right now. They could very easily hold the rest of this. Even if Blackwatch just moved at a snail's pace, they could hold it before it ended. But if Blackwatch can get that momentum up and going again, it's going to be kind of difficult because we're moving in after a paused game. But they could very easily get that momentum going, get Hawk to push them all back, get Mercy to res who dies, get Zen to run in there and ult and just make sure nobody dies while they're attacking. And they could hypothetically take this in less than a minute.
Yep, and also Route 66 is one of those I would say good maps where your spawn is not very far from, let's say this payload gets stuck here or in this tunnel in this building. Your spawn isn't very far. It's not like Hanamura or what's what I'm thinking of? Nubani or something like that, where you have to run a long distance to get to the payload. It's not very far on Route 66. So they still have a chance here too. So I think both sides are in a good spot here. I think it's almost 50-50 where there's not very much time left that Six Shots has to hold, but Blackwatch's spawn distance isn't very far, so they can come and jump right back in the fight once they respawn.
Absolutely. And this map is very, very twisty and turny, so it does look like they should be able to get back. And even if they want to get back into the back lines, they can take that upper path right there and try to pick off some of the healers. But going to be all depending on what their team is able to do.
Yeah, so, especially I believe that so far Genji has been playing him pretty well. He's been sticking with him, getting his kills. I've been watching a little bit of his kill feed and some of his perspective. So he's doing what he's supposed to do. If you, as you mentioned, if he can go back there and get that Lucio, they may be able to just roll with it here and keep the momentum going.
Yep, absolutely.
So it looks like he's loading up now. Sorry, I just now saw in the chat there that he's coming back in eventually. So let's say hopefully they're not getting too tired of our banter on your stream.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep this running for just a little bit longer. But hey, we're gonna be working on this, and we'll see what ends up happening here. Could be pretty rough. Could just end up working out exactly how we need it to. But it's all going to be depending on how these teams come back.
And I like this is also another training aspect you could put it. I mean, the mental, I guess, the mental game going on here is of having to refocus after all this. I mean, when you're Team Blackwatch, you thought everything was going, you were in the zone, and now this happens. So you have to bring all that back. And Six Shots obviously is gets to take a breath and say, okay, we still got this, guys. They haven't won it yet. They just got to the second checkpoint. We can still hold this. So it's a mental reset for everybody. So I'm curious to see which team responds better to that.
Absolutely. And I know when I was in the cup last year, whenever we had somebody drop, our coach would come into our chat and he'd say, what do you think you did wrong? What do you think you're doing right? What do you think we can fix? Everybody would come up with their ideas of what was going wrong and what was going right, and he'd tell us, no, you suck and this is how you get better. And sure enough, we would put those into action, and our gameplay after the pause screen was monumentally different. Very interesting to see how it works.
Yeah, and that even puts pressure on the coaches, like you mentioned. So you see your coach would do that. So we're actually going to see maybe the quality of our coaches here to see what they're telling their teams respectively about what they should expect or what they need to change to keep the momentum going or stop the momentum, depending on what side they're on. So we're going to get maybe a shot to see which coaches have a strategy for this kind of situation.
Absolutely. It'll be pretty interesting to see what ends up happening, but we're gonna see how this rolls out. It looks like he's getting back online pretty soon, so we should be up and out within the next 5 minutes or so.
Yep. Sounds like a plan. And I believe actually the person who left, was he their second healer? I believe he was the Mercy on their team.
Yes, he was. And it's going to be very unfortunate if he joins back in but can't get his ult charge back up.
Yeah, that was my next thought. That's going to be a pretty big deal if we had to start from zero. Especially with the other Mercy having her res. But they do have 3 tanks on 6 shots here. So, a lot of times just being a Mercy, you can just hang on with those tanks and build your ult charge up really fast.
Absolutely.
As they take damage.
I know I've been playing a lot of Mercy this season myself, and if I just latch on to my favorite tank as long as they take damage, I can get my ult up before the first point even opens up sometimes on King of the Hill. In the first 30 seconds, you can already get that ult power ready to go. And that's... Sometimes it's all depending on how much you end up healing, because that is going to be where a lot of your power comes from.
Right, and especially I do like tanks who are aware of that situation and want to keep the res up. For example, like the Roadhog, if the Roadhog's down to 200 or 150 health or something like that, and the fight is winding down, they don't use their E and don't heal themselves. They let Mercy take all that ult charge. I think tanks that are aware of that are a plus to have.
Absolutely. How long do scrims go on for until the tournament? Scrims are going to be... the tournament actually starts tomorrow. There's going to be the start of a couple of matches. Scrimmages are going to be running pretty much whenever. It's all going to be community-based. So if two teams decide they want to have a scrimmage and they want to scrimmage and they want to practice, then they will contact each other and they'll have that fight. And generally casters such as myself and Zay here, we will be casting for them. We love getting our practice in. We love doing it. It's just fun. Just a side note, in the chat, there is a conversation about if pineapple belongs on pizza. Zay, would you like to weigh in on that conversation?
Absolutely. And my answer is yes. I am a fan of the pineapple pizza. Pineapple and pepperoni. If you have not tried it, I suggest you do. So I'm on that side of the boat there. I will say it.
All right. We have River Rat in the chat that says no, pineapple does not belong on pizza. Now you see, I believe that it will believe that there's a right combination. You hit that right combination. It's great. Red, I've eaten pineapple pizza with you before. You love it.
I think it's underrated. People knock it until they try it. I actually wasn't a fan of it. I was the same way. Anything but any type of meat on a pizza, then I'm like, no, it doesn't belong on a pizza. And then I tried it, and then my whole perspective on life almost changed. It was amazing. I realized there were so many things I could be missing out on. So,
Zay, I know you're not watching my Twitch chat, but I do want you to know it has exploded with people calling us, quote, heathens, sacrilege, blasphemy, and heresy. That's just from one of my mods. Now we're getting Gordon Ramsay says it doesn't belong on pizza. And you know what? No. I don't think we should take Gordon Ramsay's word for law in terms of cooking. All right, I do believe he's an amazing chef, but he can say whatever he wants. And then we got somebody else who's saying if Gordon says it doesn't, then it doesn't.
I'm sorry, but yeah, the Gordon Ramsay opinions, I mean, he can keep that to the side over there. I'm okay with Gordon Ramsay having, not liking it. So
I believe that
fine.
These reality stars should keep their opinions out of politics. Honestly, I just believe that that's where we should stand. And I believe that this is the most important political discussion of our generation. And I believe just because he has a spotlight on him doesn't make his opinion worth any more than mine or yours. We, as individuals in a democracy, deserve to have an equal right.
And I 100% agree with you. And it's the fact that, and it's also what he's, famous for. And a lot of these celebrities and reality TV stars, if you just look at what they're famous for, you're just like, how does what you say have any validity in terms of anything? If I post a picture and it gets, 1 million likes or retweets or whatever, and now all of a sudden I'm famous, now my opinion is law? No, that's not how it works.
He is launching Overwatch right now. He should be back up and running pretty soon. We'll see.
See, look what all has come out of someone mentioning pineapple pizza.
Listen. All right.
I'm just saying, don't knock until you've tried it. That's my final thought.
Did you clip the entire conversation? Gordon is law. Scrubcup, Scrims, Team Blackwatch. It's clipped. I'm scared to know what's in there. Oh, man. Windows 88 is higher than Windows 10, so I don't know why it's taking so long. Man, what a what a time we are having today. Wow.
What a time to be alive.
Listen, I'm not saying you have to like pineapple on pizza. I'm not even saying you should. I'm just saying that maybe if you tried pineapple pepperoni and a little bit of jalapeno or banana pepper, you might change your opinion drastically.
Stop talking dirty. This was a class dirty talk. That's really good pizza.
I do actually have I have some filters on for bad words, so I'm gonna not do that. Actually, if you tie I see that someone was using caps in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Timed out for 5 seconds. Stop spamming caps. Time to redecorate in brain matter gray. I can't tell if it's serious or serious, but there is someone.
All right. It looks like so. Has he booted up his computer? Is he already into the Overwatch game? I'm guessing not. He hasn't been re-invited yet. I'm missing the chat. Now I'm thinking about pizza and I'm slightly distracted.
Oh man. He is currently manually compiling the Overwatch code. Wait, I'm just gonna read this. I'm gonna read this really quick. We have the electron transport chain is responsible for most of the phosphate bond transformations in the synthesis of a new adenosine triphosphate molecules. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of this. I don't even know what is going on. What? Yes, yes. One day we will continue the game, and until then,
I'm gonna have to agree with Harley on this one. This might be the record for the longest restart of all time.
Yes,
someone needs to invest in an SSD.
We are lasting a long time, but luckily we are able to communicate with our chat. We are able to make sure that everybody is understanding what's going on. And currently we have a question: what is a hung jury? And to let you know, a hung jury or deadlock jury is a judicial jury that cannot agree upon a verdict after extended deliberation and is unable to reach the required unanimity or supermajority.
Are we having copy paste Wikipedia wars? This is what this sounds like. So much knowledge being dropped in the game chat and your Twitch chat.
All right, we've spent enough time. It's time for story time. In the multiplayer game Destiny, there's a gun called the hung jury. Way back when we used to be raiding, we would ask ourselves, well, the hung jury is the most popular gun in the game right now. Hey guys, what is the hung jury? What is a hung jury? In which case, we would copy paste the Wikipedia article with our words, and we have never stopped doing that. Oh my, he's clipping everything. This is the most entertaining part of the stream too, the part where we haven't been able to watch the game. Hey, you know what? That's all that casters have to be, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're here for, guys. While we wait for this,
the length of hydrocarbon chains in organic alcohols is also directly correlated with viscosity, as well as I didn't get the last part of that.
Wow. I think I need to go back to school, I guess. I think I'm getting outsmarted here. I don't know what some of these words mean.
I didn't know this was school. I thought this is gaming. Believe it or not, you learn during the pause menu. Welcome to casting code time with Nate and Zay. Did you guys know that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell? Let's keep going. We are still waiting on our 6th player to join back in and see what is going on. It is, man, this is a tough time for a lot of us, but we are going to make it through.
Yep, and for those, I guess, I don't know if anyone else has joined the stream or not. Obviously, Team Blackwatch did win the first map on Kings Row, very handedly, I might add. They were able to defend the first point up to about 58%, and then capture it on their attacking turn within the first about minute of the map. So Team Blackwatch has already has a strong showing so far in this scrim.
500,000 years later, he joins. We don't know. Apparently, he is switching PCs. So
Wait, he has multiple desktop PCs with Overwatch?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm just here to cast the game, and we are currently sitting in this. What is he playing on? An Apple One? Actually, a Windows 99 or 98. Sorry, 98.
It's got to be Windows Me. It's got to be Windows Me at this point. With this,
Well, there was a discussion on that earlier on, but we did debunk this already. I'm being told to get ready. Haven't seen issues this bad since Club Penguin got taken down. We are paused. Countdown is going on.
I still see only 5 people on Team 6 Shots.
Looks like push-ups going on with Soldier 76 here. Let's see what ends up happening. Blue team is down a player forever now. It doesn't look like it's going to be a fair fight, but we'll see what ends up happening.
All right, so let's see if they can hold here. Maybe they can at least get this first push, pushed back here so that Blackwatch can stop this momentum. Maybe
What
they
an
can set something up
amazing,
with 5 people.
what an amazing hook, stopping the charge before he was able to confirm the kill. Seems pretty. Oh wow, 2 ults at the same time, and it's doing pretty good. But we have Tac Visor behind on enemy lines, not doing much, but it is there.
A great job of stopping that Soldier ult.
Soldier almost took down that Reinhardt, but he is still holding strong. This team that was already losing ground before they lost a teammate looks like they are just going to be pushed all the way to the point.
Yep, it is not looking good. And I'm looking at this Tac Buffalo. He's really doing well on this Soldier and just leading the charge and getting these kills and
Absolutely.
giving 6 Shots no chance.
Doing a lot of zoning here by punishing people whenever they step out of line. And in doing so, it looks like 6 Shots is afraid to step out of line right now. Getting that nice hook again, Hog.
Yep.
Lucio ulted, but it looks like his ult has already been pushed down to null. Diva's stopping as many bullets as she can, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to push the last 3 meters, and that's going to be round.
I know 6 Shots was getting pushed back before, but it hurts to see it go down to 5 people. That doesn't help your confidence at all, and it's kind of a bummer. Doesn't give you a chance at all to try to hold that.
It's not quite a fair fight at this point, but we'll see what ends up happening. All right.
So this brings up an interesting situation. If you have 5 people and you have to attack, what type of comp would you maybe use?
For me personally, I'd try to stick with a dual healer, dual tank, and a DPS. I'd want one of those tanks to be Hog, though, because he can do so much damage that it's almost like you're playing with another DPS. And he's so good at hard picking people and bringing them in and then just punishing them for stepping out of line. It's going to be pretty rough if there's a Hog on one of these teams and they can get their hooks on. It does look like, though, that's actually really interesting. Never mind, slightly less interesting. It looks like Team Blackwatch is going to be sitting with only 1 tank. And I'm not quite sure how that's going to work for him, but they might just be doing it. We got our 6th player back in. It looks like it is going to be an even match. They have 30 seconds to pick their hero.
So we're going to see if 6 Shots now with their full team can get their payload all the way to the end, to the final checkpoint. They're going to need to if they want to take this map. As you mentioned before, Team Blackwatch with the 1 tank, they're feeling a little confident. Think they only need 1 tank.
They are running the patented. No, they're no longer running triple healer, but they were. And now they're running triple DPS, 2 of which can heal themselves, so the healers can sit on. And we've lost him yet again. This just doesn't seem fair to Team 6 Shot.
That hurts.
Seeing a lot of question marks in their chat, but we'll see what ends up happening here.
So they're going to do a similar strategy to what 6 Shots did and stay on top of the gas station. Soldier gets hooked, but survives somehow.
Ryan running in. They got a Soldier pick, but not able to capitalize on anything else. Still pushing that payload because no one's getting on it. Ryan was defending it for a little while, but he wasn't doing enough to really count.
Yeah, he has a name on the Widowmaker. Hasn't been doing too much in terms of pick, from what I can tell. Getting harassed by this Genji right now.
Genji is doing his best to deal damage, but he just gets
what a
taken
shot.
out. Not even fair for him.
Oh, but Widow's gonna get hooked, but could get saved.
Widow's
by the
hooked, but
billboard.
saved by the safety barrier. Hog runs in and accepts his death. Looks like Team Six Shot is reconvening at their base, trying to get everybody together, rebuilding their team comp because they built around 6 people and had to go around with 1 people.
They did. They actually did. He's gone Reaper instead of the Soldier as well.
If he can get behind the team, he can do so much damage.
He can, and he's attacked Buffalo on that Reaper before. That was what he used on the push when they were able to take King's Row. So he's very good with it from what I've seen so far. Oh,
Looks like that 6th player has
this-
joined back.
It looks like I have been dropped from the game. It looks like I'll be back in here in a second, guys. My actually Overwatch is crashed, but I'll be back here in a second.
That sounds fine. Until then, I'll keep looking on and letting you know what's going on. Looks like Ryan is getting pushed out of position. Phoenix is gonna fall back. Doesn't look like he's gonna be doing much right now. He gets taken down. Akasaur is pushing back, trying to deal with the Widow. Takes her out. They're able to push up pretty hard right now. It is absolutely even though.
All right, and luckily that did not take too long. I am was like back in here.
All right, glad you're back. It looks like that Mei ult is going to be punishing, taking out both of the healers, so they have to fall back completely because they don't stand a chance right now.
And I'm glad to see once again that Parzival has actually come back and made it to 6v6 again.
Absolutely. I love to see an even game. I want to see both these teams try their hardest, and I want to see Team 6 Shot get at least that first point because they've put so much heart and soul into this. They certainly deserve it. Watch Genji. He's got the Dragon Blade up. He could absolutely capitalize on a good Earth Shatter right here if his Rhine can get it out. The other team has ult advantage right now, so if he doesn't take out that Zen immediately or that Mercy, he is not going to be able to take out enough damage.
Yeah, really interested to see how these ults end up playing out here because both teams are fairly even. Oh, there's
wow,
the Reaper ult
Tac
coming
Buffalo
out.
dropping in. Beyblade
get
gets
2.
2 kills off of that. Pretty nice right there.
That may be enough. There's only 20 seconds left. By the time they respawn and get back, they're going to have to push really quick and lead in, I would assume, with the Earth Shatter, followed by the Tac Visor and Genji Blade. They're going to have to really move here.
Absolutely. They better run in and get some time on there. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to take it. We got a couple of ults dropping down, but we got the Zen ult going on.
The enemy Reinhardt hammered down comes in first. Looks like, oh, there's the Mercy Res. And looks like the Reinhardt, he's been anti, and looks like the Winston's going to chase after him. He's a little isolated back here. Here's the other Reinhardt. We got a Reinhardt battle going on here.
It is only
like
Mei and Widowmaker right now, but it looks like they are not going to be able to hold it. Has a name gets taken out, and it looks like 6 Shot is going to at least take the first point and get some more time on their clock.
Great push, I think, by them. Great push. They spread out their ults a little bit. They gave themselves a chance by not popping them all at once, so that Mercy Res didn't mean as much. That was a really good push by them. I think they communicated well and did what they're supposed to do, each person.
Absolutely. Now, I'm glad to see they were able to take that point. Winston's jumping in. He is going ham. Not sure quite what he's going to be able to do, but he is getting in there and disrupting as hard as he can. He's going to go out of ult right about now, and, well, he just jumps right out. His team gets some free push off of that with little to no opposition.
And once again, looks like Buffalo on that Reaper is going to take out the opposing team's Genji. So 6 Shots is down to 5v6, now 4v6.
That Hog is playing a little aggressive right now. He has no healing. He is getting pushed out. He was able to get a kill, but it doesn't look like he's going to do much more than that. Oh, he's going to get Lucio on the back line. Not.
Yeah.
Mercy's coming in to heal him, saving his life. Ryan's getting pushed back. Doesn't look like he's going to make it out of here alive. Their entire team is just getting wrecked right now. Let's see if they can group back up.
6 Shots has got to put themselves back together here and regroup a little bit. This is they can't trickle in here.
Absolutely. Trickling is going to be the worst thing. That's how most competitive Overwatch games are lost around this elo. Quite interesting to see.
Right, and it's good to see, like you said, with them, I'm learning different things about it. This is what trains you to not not trickle in. As soon as I say that, Genji gets hooked, and it's already a 6v5.
Genji realizes not only that he isn't trickling in yet, but he is pushing too far forward ahead of his team, and they have to wait an extra 10 seconds for him to respawn and get back up. All right, looks like they are getting ready to push in. Hogs are fighting right now. Let's zoom in on that. Syria USA gets the first kill off of this fight, taking out Hog, which is a pretty big pick considering he's a tank. We got a Genji ult.
Is gonna come out, and here comes the ult. So looks like that Mayo is gonna do some serious damage here. It's gonna drop a lot of 6 shots.
Mercy lives. It looks like Ryan is gonna try to sit back there and do some extra damage, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. Not gonna push enough.
All right, looks like we're back to where we were for that final push last time. There's a lot of ults on the table here. We'll see if 6 shots, no kills can do it again and get a team kill. And
Hog is sitting behind. He's going to get a nice hook. No, he's not. He's missing it out, but he does drop the
whole
ult
Hog
to an unsuspecting team. We got that sound barrier dropping out. Let's see if we can take out Hog right here. Hog is down on Blackwatch. Let's keep it going. Reaper's up top, not getting contested, and just peppering damage down on the teams below.
Now watch it from the back.
There's a Blackwatch ult, 2 Blackwatch ults. Let's see if they can do anything. Let's see if Death Blossom comes out. There it is. Beyblade spin. Get 2 kills off of it. And that is end of the round. Game over. It looks like they are going to be taking yet another game.
Wow, so 2 maps for Team Blackwatch. That Reaper ult at the end was great by Buffalo. I've been impressed by Buffalo's actually damage play so far in these 2 games.
He's been doing absolutely fantastic. Let's see if he gets a play of the game in here, or who does get it. Blue is getting play of the game as May. Dropping an awesome ult here during that last major team fight. 2 kills, 3 kills in kill credit, saving himself, and getting 2 more kill credits with the help of the Reaper. That's just insane.
Yeah, that Mayo at the end there, in that tunnel. There's nowhere for anyone to run, especially being in that tunnel. They had the right idea, trying to change the perspective and push top right instead of going straight for the cart. But yeah, that Mayo that changed things a little bit for them. Didn't work out the way they planned.
Absolutely. All right. Looks like a couple of players have left, but they might be trying to ring in a couple subs to keep the matches going.
Okay, looks like we will need 1 for each team so far, it looks like.
Unless Prazi can come back, because he has been doing his best. His computer is just not working the way that he wants it to, but they are going to try to see if they can make it, that he can come back and play a couple more games.
It looks like has a sub come in for... Oh, I'm sorry, that's the other team. So it looks like that's... Okay, so Team Blackwatch has their original team, and 6 shots is still waiting on Pravsi. So once again, Team Blackwatch is looking... pretty strong here.
Absolutely. They did a pretty good job bringing everything in. And they got a lot of people who were able to deal out damage. They were able to confirm a ton of kills. They were able to just do so much that it's not totally fair to the rest of the people, to the other team that was playing. It looks like they had a lot more communication going on. Doesn't look like they were going to be... And it doesn't look like they're going to be totally uncontested through this competition, but they are definitely going to be a team that you should watch out for, considering how well they did.
So it looks like we're going ahead and seeing if 6 shots have they had their fill of scrimmaging, or it looks like a Team Blackwatch wants to continue here a little bit.
Well, it looks like we're going to be over for tonight. Too many technical issues for us to keep going on and all of that, but maybe next time we'll get a couple more games in.
All right, that was fun. Looks like we have a lot to look forward to tomorrow at the start of the tournament. I'm excited.
Absolutely. All right.